Hello, Gilberts. Welcome to my gym. The question, is the American dream a fit for your business? Don't you know me? I've been in network marketing 40 years. I share a lot of what I've learned in my journey on these live calls. I started in this business totally broke, sold a junk truck to get started, put $200 in my business. I've been full-time now almost 28 years. And I'm going to acknowledge some fantastic people who are going to come out of the woods. I normally do this at 9, but I was in the city and got back a little late today. So, hey, Yvonne, how are you? Nice to see you down in Florida. Nice to see you. Hey, Susanna, how are you? And hey, Markian, is that how you say that? Anyway, nice to see you on the call. Appreciate you. Don't know where you're from, but welcome to the call. And who else do we have that wants to come out of the shadows? Ciro in Salt Lake City. How are you, Ciro? I have to catch up sometime. Alenia, good to see you in Tennessee. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm sweating bullets, man. You see that door over there? That's my sauna. So I'm sort of sweating bullets from that. Hey, Michael, good evening. Good to see you. Oh, Colorado. Okay, nice, great. Nice to have you on the call. Out west, it's probably getting cooler there. Today, it was very hot in Tennessee. Very hot. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to cooler weather. Actually, fall's my favorite season. I love fall. And here in Gatlinburg, they go way out with fall decorations. Nicole in Iowa, nice to see you. Just the fall decoration. Well, what am I talking about? I do that. I go way out. I always I don't know. I decorate this place a lot on the outside. There's hay bales everywhere, scarecrows, pumpkins. It's crazy. Veronica, nice to see you in Arkansas. Andrina in Texas. Yeah, I'm back. I had to come back for you. Nice to see you. Dorothy, also in Texas. Nice to see you. And, oh, that's right. That's your favorite too, Nicole? Fall? I love fall. It's so wonderful. The winters sometimes are a little bit longer than I want, but, I love all the seasons. And here in the Smokies, I don't know of a better place that has just perfect seasons. Spring is incredible. You see the mountain laurels that are natural to the Smokies. They're everywhere. Blooming. You see these white pink blooms, and then after that, then it's the rhododendrons. So it's just beautiful. Steve, nice to see you. So, a couple of things. Jenny, nice to see you. Good to see you, Jenny. Couple of things. I had hey June, nice to see you. I have Leslie Locker, who's in Neora, by the way, the company Neora. she keeps me updated every now and then on the lawsuit, the FTC with Neora. So it's a significant thing to follow because this Neora was the first network marketing company to ever sue the FTC. And the reason why they had to sue the FTC was the FTC sent them a letter that gave them an ultimatum, and that is no more network marketing for you. And they have reps all around the world. Could you imagine that? You know, a distributor network of hundreds of thousands of people, and then they're put out of business just because the FTC doesn't want them doing network marketing. Well, if they don't want them doing it, why would they want you doing it, or me doing it, or anyone else doing it? That's why it's a very significant thing to follow. And I'm looking forward to it when it goes to court. Of course, you know, they're speculating that they'll bleed them financially before it ever reaches court and then do a settlement. But word is that other network marketing companies are supporting them, supporting Neora. Hey, Tamara, nice to see it. And so, which is good. So it says here, this was a news release. And that is, so far to date, our efforts have been focused on establishing a venue for this case, for this lawsuit, following a recent ruling to transfer the FTC's case from the FTC's preferred venue in New Jersey. Well, why would they want it in New Jersey? Because they have liberal judges that hate network marketing. That's why. So they don't, you know, Neora doesn't want to have it there. They want to have it in their hometown. They actually originally filed it in Chicago, but they want to have it in their hometown in Dallas, Texas. So we've requested to dismiss our case in Chicago in order to file our counterclaims in Dallas into one single case. Neora and Jeff Olson look forward to challenging the FTC's overreach. As we said from the very beginning, we intend to defend ourselves and to stand up for our industry with vigor. And, you know, this is important actually to all network marketing companies because this pushback was very important because unfortunately, I mean, these regulatory powers have went way beyond their authority in creating their own laws. And so, and that's the age we're in now. So that's the reason why we want to see this company have total victory, because it's everybody's victory when they do. So anyway, I had something funny happen today. I was in Knoxville at a grocery store, and I had the T-shirt on Top Earner Club. You know, Ray Higdon gave it to me when I was part of the Top Earner Club. And so it just said Top Earner Club on the shirt. And then a girl was standing in line and, hey, Renee, good to see you, man. And she looked over at me. She said, are you in network marketing? And I laughed and I said, yes. Let me find my water. Where did my water go? Oh, there it is. Sweating bullets. And she said, I am too. I'm in town. I was just visiting the Smokies, and I'm from Florida. And she said she was with doTERRA. It's a funny name for a company. I think I would have come up with a different one, but it's okay. They've done very well. Anyway, but we had a nice conversation. But I thought that was so cool. I said, okay, so when she saw Top Earner Club, and she asked me about it, I said, oh, you know Ray, my buddy, Ray Higdon? And she said, yeah, I know of him. Anyway, it was funny. Small world. So here's the thing. The American dream, right? Is it a fit for your business? I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the United States. You know, it's amazing because I don't see this in other countries. The other countries seem normal. It's like, I'm a little embarrassed with my international friends. Like, they're going, what's going on in your country, man? All these people, you know, rioting, burning down cities and destroying businesses. And I'm like, what can I say? What can I say? It's a generation of Z's and Y's, and they've been raised on processed food and antidepressants, and there's your result. You know, not all of them have. I just said some of them, okay? And and then of course there's all this socialism talk too, which is total opposite of capitalism, right? So we are entrepreneurs. That's what we are. We are the kind of people that want to challenge ourselves. We want to do more, be more, and which is the opposite of socialism. It's like, don't do more and don't be more. Be like everyone else. You all drive the same size car. You all live in the same size house. You can't paint it differently if we like the paint. Anyway. Well, what I wanted to share with you is I read an article. It was 39 entrepreneurial statistics you need to know in 2020. And I thought it was great. I thought it was great feedback because fortunately, what we see going on in the news is not the reflection of how Americans believe or think. Like I said, this is a very small percentage. And of course, yes, we have, you know, there's radicals in that mix and all that, but most of Americans are not that way. I thought it was interesting to learn that the failure rate of a business has changed. It says now that at the closing of the year, talking about last year, only 22.5% businesses failed or closed. I thought that was great. And it says here that with such a promising startup environment, it's no wonder a lot of people are choosing this path over being a traditional employee. You know, friends, I'll tell you, sometimes, I've been doing this a long time, right? So 40 years, but only 28 years full time. Sometimes, yes, I have to put myself in other people's shoes. I have to remind myself that my world is not their world. I get that. However, I can thank God that I was in that world and I had to fight my way out of it. That wasn't easy. Nobody did it for me. Okay, I did not have any, handouts or deals. I had to do it myself. But the thing about it is, I was talking to one woman just the other day, and she's lost her job, and she told me, she said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. I don't know how I'm going to pay my car payment. And I'm like, oh my gosh, And this is going on a lot in places, right? Can you think about some of these businesses that have been destroyed in America and how many people they employed? These stupid, I don't want to make this political, by the way, because this is just news that you're aware of, facts that you're aware of. But a lot of people are hurting out there. That's a fact. That's a fact. And matter of fact, I read in the Wall Street Journal, over 100,000 pilots are going to be laid off unless the government intervenes. Good grief. I mean, we're going to see a lot more of this coming. And it's not so much the Great Depression as it is, we're going to see that businesses that were not operating intelligently are going to go down, and they're going to be swallowed up by other businesses who were operating intelligently. People that maybe, let's say, worked in offices, we're going to see more of a shift to people working at home, working online. And all of this has to do with you and what you do. Here's some interesting statistics, though. 62% of U.S. billionaires, 62%, were all self-made. All self-made. And then just going back a few years, 4 years to 2016, there were 25 million Americans who were starting or already running their own businesses. Man, 25 million. Can you imagine? That's very encouraging, because the kind of person that I would want to prospect if I was building, starting over and building a business right now. I like to go after self-employed people simply because they know how to self-start. Because I was one of those. And somebody might have looked at me and said, I don't know, the guy's in a cleaning business, he mops floors at night. But I was self-employed. I was a self-starter. Hey, I'd like to see you go in a Kmart back then when they were in business, 100,000 square foot store, stripping it, going for 10 hours nonstop. It's an athletic event, I promise you, and I don't think you could keep up with me. I came in with that same hard work attitude when I came into network marketing. I said, oh, okay, mop floors, hard work, right? Okay, network marketing come in, hard work, oh, you get rewarded, cool. Anyway, here, the number one reason why businesses fail is there's no market need for what they do. So when you look at your business, is there a market need for your products? I'm sure there is, which is encouraging with this information. 60% of people who start small businesses are between the ages of 40 and 60. Between 40 and 60. That's right. There's an interesting Forbes article, you can Google it sometime, on baby boomers. How they talk about how they're more of an attractive generation to target because they don't have enough in retirement, number one. Number two, they got a lifetime of contacts. Number three, they have resources. Yes, they have some money. Four, they are technologically inclined, despite what some people think. Yes, I have an iPhone. Yay. Fine. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So anyway, but here's some other things. 62% of adults believe entrepreneurship is a good career. There seems to be a growing understanding of the benefits of entrepreneurship among people. According to this magazine, it says statistics from 2018 to 2019, more than half of the people feel starting their own business is a good move. That's very important for you because those are the people that you want. And again, I always prefer targeting people that are already or were having a business, that they were in business. They were self-employed. Because that's the challenge with some people, and I'll go back to this one person I was talking about who lost her job, okay, and she's never been involved in network marketing before. And reverse. She's never been successful in network marketing. That's what it was. She had joined a few companies before, but nothing happened. But it was like, I don't want to be overwhelmed, but if you can just give me a few steps. Yeah, that's the thing with people that have never been self-employed, see. You really have to slow down with them because if you overwhelm them and give them too much to do, and I only asked her to do one thing, and that was it. I said, I want you to go through this, and when you finish that, let me know. It's very important. Overwhelming them is the biggest reason why new people do not do anything, because it's just too much. Because they're trying to think this thing through, and they always overthink it. Always overthink it. Always make it harder than it is. So, 26% of entrepreneurs say that their biggest motivation for starting their own business was the idea of being their own boss. It says here, what's more, 23% want to pursue their passion, and 19% did it because the opportunity presented itself. Think about that, though. A significant percentage wanted to pursue their passion. What's your passion? Matter of fact, I had this girl that I don't even know, she out of, I think it was Peru, messaged me about 11:30 last night and said, "Hey man, I read your book. I just love it, man." And blah, 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 blah. And one of the questions I asked her was, "What is your passion?" Because that's always what drove me in network marketing. It wasn't because it was network marketing. It wasn't because of my company or product. That's simply a vehicle to get me to where I want to go. But where do I want to go? What is my passion? What are the things I want to do with my life? And until people really get that, they won't have the fuel to get them there. Now, here's another thing. 33% of the entrepreneurs only had a high school diploma. Yay, me. That's right. That's me. Okay. Yeah. So I only highlighted a couple of things that I wanted to share because I thought it was good. Because there's so much freaking negativity out there with the media, with all the riots and the, people who are anti-capitalist and all that, and then, these crazy politicians. Anyway, but it says here 83% of U.S. business owners started their own businesses. Only 9% of entrepreneurs have a bachelor's degree. 26% entrepreneurs have turned to the internet to do their business. So a lot of you are online and you have online systems, which is good. So that's attractive to those people. And then here, it just said business owners who started their own company were average 42 years old. Interesting. I see that a lot of people are, some, even in my organization around the world, they'll chase young people. They feel like they have to have the young people. It's okay. I'm not going to discriminate any age. I'm not. But I know that with young people, they got a couple of things on their mind. How do I look, girls. Guys are thinking about girls. Girls are thinking about guys having fun, playing video games, going dancing, going drinking, whatever. Okay. And then when they get to a point in their life, they're thinking, man, I need to make some money. Give them a little time. Put them out there. Let them season a little bit. But I want to find people who are ready. I don't want to try to convince them to be ready. I want to find them in a state of readiness. A lot of times when you prospect people, they could be a good prospect, but they're just not ready yet. You can always get back with them, that's for sure. Don't ever write anybody off. But just understand what you're looking for is you're looking for people who are already ready. They just haven't found it. So that's the thing. So I like that, and that makes sense too, because when I think back of people when I started my last company over 21 years ago, I can tell you that they were over 40 years of age. All my leaders that joined at that time. It's interesting though, but overseas, when you go overseas, you're going to see the demographic is younger. It's weird. It's like when babies are born and the mother's milk, when they start breastfeeding, inside the milk has the compensation plan. I'm serious. When you talk to young people overseas, they're very mature in their thinking. They'll say, well, what's your compensation plan like? Yeah, network marketing. Yeah, sure. I've been in network marketing. My mother raised me in it. Okay, so, and let me see. What was the other? Oh yeah. Okay, so that's repeating itself. Yeah, there was some, let me see if that was it. Yeah. So in a period of 21 years, small businesses accounted for 63% of the new jobs in the U.S. Well, that's significant. Again, it just shows you how important small businesses are. If you're in network marketing, you're a small business owner. And so I'm a small business owner, so I employ people. I do. There's people that they're not my employees, but I use their services too. You have to factor that in, like accountants, people that come here wash my windows, people that come here and paint, things like that. But I have, like, for example, I have an assistant. She's full-time. I have one man, young man that takes care of my grounds. He's full-time. I have 2 ladies that clean. So just think about it. Small businesses do employ a lot of people. And now here's something different. It says 68% of small businesses have an outstanding debt, with 55% owning less than $100,000. So that's the one thing I love about network marketing. You know, it's the lowest cost to get started and highest return so quickly once you get started in it. And now here's the other thing. It says here 55% of Americans believe that they are able to start their own business. That's important, especially now. Especially now. So you know, when we think about the American dream, is it a fit for your business? There's no question about it. Despite all what we see going on in the news media, everything's anti-capitalism and things like that, socialism, we hear that. The fact of the matter is, these statistics really show that that Americans really believe in the American dream. They really believe in entrepreneurship. A significant percentage want to start their own business, and they think it's a good idea. And then you think about the time right now that we're living right now, it's been emphasized very heavily, even by the media, that you need to work from home, which is also a perfect fit for your business. You know, when I look at a lot of my leaders throughout the world, as I traveled, and even at my company's convention, I remember we had a theme, do it differently. But a lot of them weren't doing it differently, okay? A lot of them weren't using social media. And a lot of them, you know, they weren't using Zoom. They weren't using technology. And well, I gave a challenge on the stage to do that very thing. And a lot of them thought, yeah. That's Jeff. You know, guess what they're doing now? They're doing it differently. And man, have they seen massive changes in their business. It took the circumstances today with the virus because of that to create that change, but at least they made the change. So the thing is, we're going to see a lot of people attract to this business in the coming months. I know there's a lot of craziness going on, you know, just with what's going on, but don't focus on any of that. Just focus on the fact that there's a lot of people looking for you. And your job is to be found. Now, if you can't be found, then that's a problem for your business. And that means you got to show up more. Show up more on your page or in Instagram, whatever platform you're using. Show up in terms of getting aggressive about reaching out to people and asking people to take a look at your business or what you're doing. Take time with people that, just like that woman I mentioned, you know, she said, please, you know, I just want a few steps. I don't want to be overwhelmed. Just understand that the curse of knowledge is we have the assumption that we think they know what we know. That it, you know, of course they should. It should come natural to them. Well, it doesn't. If they've never been self-employed, if they've never been successful in network marketing, it doesn't. That means you got to slow down to speed up. Slow down to get more done. And that means, yes, taking them by the hand and then give them a few steps that you want them to do. I want you to do this. I want you to master this. Then come back to me. And we can't think that's below us or beneath us to do those things. That regardless of our rank position, we have to take time to spend time with people that don't have experience, they don't have confidence in this business. And we have to help them get that confidence. So, yes, Eden, I'll just send you the link. Yeah, okay. So everyone, Friday, I'm going to do a Q&A, so look forward to connecting with you then. And I appreciate you guys jumping on with me right now in my gym. I was away from my gym for a week, so I told Michelle, I said, I got to come down here. I got to do something. Anyway, but I appreciate it. And I normally get on at 9, but I knew I won't do the gym if I do that. So I thought, okay, do the gym, then go live. Okay. Anyway, I appreciate you guys getting on tonight. The American Dream is very much alive. Network marketing is very much alive. This is the time that you need to seize it, though. And again, I think about football when we go into fall. You're either going to be sitting in the bleachers watching the game, or you're going to be on the field playing. Be on the field playing. That's what you got to do. You just simply got to throw yourself into it. Don't overanalyze this thing. How you learn it is by doing it. That's how I learned it. I had very little, 21 years ago when I started, hey Gabby, 21 years ago when I started, I only knew some basic things, and that's it. The rest was all passion. So I led with my heart, not my head. And I'll tell you, that's what people follow. They follow feelings. They follow passion. They follow energy. Where energy goes, the people flow. And they flow to you. But you got to create that contagious feeling that you affect others, and out of curiosity, if just curiosity, they follow you just to see where you're going. Because there's not a lot of direction that people have today. So keep doing those things. And anyway, thanks for getting on the call. Racia, nice to see you. Everyone, have a good evening. I'll see you Friday evening. I'll put out some value tomorrow. Love all of you. Bye-bye.